I think we have located the crown jewel of this site.
Not one. But two.
This is a wooden ore cart that Mr. McBride has just pushed out so we can access this at it. Don't worry, we're going to put them back. Look at the lantern, the miner's lamp, Union Carbide right there. And then here comes Chuck bringing out a second ore cart. This is phenomenal. What an amazing sight.
All red.
Big red metal ore cart. And again, the wooden ore cart is just wow.
You want me to set in it?
That is incredible.
You think?
How cool is this, man? This is like just the ultimate mine exploring. Yeah, I saw the Union Carbide stuff in there. This is the first intact wooden ore cart I've ever seen out in the out in the field, not in a museum or something.
Ore cart I've seen wooden that was put together, period, except for replicas.
Right. Yeah. This is, man.
I mean, this is a totally different, absolutely totally different design than what we're used to.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Than up in LaPorte.
Yeah. No doubt about that. Wow. Very, very cool.
See your shovel?
Yeah. So yeah. And there's even a cool little shovel there.
There's some cord.
Yeah, I saw the Union Carbide stuff in there too.
Cord. Like.
Oh, just deck cord?
It's in a milk jug lid.
Oh,
One
yeah.
of the old milk jugs.
That is.
Whole fuse, actually.
Oh, fuse.
That's cool.
Very cool. The mine looks like it's in great shape too.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
You see his stuff over here?
No, I haven't gone over there yet.
Oh, you're gonna like it.
I mean, I walked by it, but I didn't. That's a something.
Yep.
And then the forge looks like.
I would say so. I would say so. Wow. Oh yeah, you can see all the bits and pieces of metal they were working with. And then I bet they would jam track or things like that, red hot track, things like that, and they would bend it to the shape they wanted. Because this right here actually looks like track that was bent into a circle. So I was taking a close look at these ore carts, and I noticed that this has sort of a bumper down here made just out of a pine tree.
Yeah,
that's really,
undercarriages.
Yeah, that's incredible. And you can see where it rotates there, dump the load, and of course the metal ore cart has a completely different dumping mechanism. You see it dumps out the back right there, and yeah, take a look at the undercarriage here. That is interesting.
Yeah, this is. I mean, these are the that's the pivot for the door to open up and for it to dump out. We found every piece and component of these, just not the wood, obviously.
Right. He's talking about up in the port where we normally go exploring.
And
in Northern California.
But yeah, you see that this turns and then tips.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't have to, but it can.
Right. This one. So that one, the wooden one's actually more flexible because it turns and tips.
Yeah, and they're lighter and
Yeah.
Not as durable, but if the damn thing breaks, you just go out and make another one.
Right. Or you use you go out and cut down a tree.
Yeah. You just you make another one. You're set.
Create a bumper like that. Unbelievable.
So you can kick it and join up straight. If you have to move back a little bit, or this part back, and thing like that. But anyways, you go out here, or then you kick it like this, and it'll run through that way.
Got it. Interesting stuff, man. Well, I'm gonna go take a peek inside the mine.
Go ahead.
So there's a view back at the ore carts that we were just examining, and as you guys can see, it's getting dark very quickly here in the desert. But since we're going inside a mine, it doesn't matter because it's dark anyway inside of mines. So we will carry on through here and see what we find. You can see the tracks going there and curve to the left. Got some cool old boots down here. Those are neat and pretty old as well. And old pot. And I don't know what that is. Like a decorative part of a stove, actually. Anyway, let's go forward and see what is awaiting us inside here. Interesting triangular shape to the adit now. And that's cool. Goes back and curves again, and it would appear we have an old bed frame here that the mice have been making, or rats have been making great use of. But it also suggests that maybe the miners slept inside the mine. Remains of a timber right there. Still got the tracks with us. There's a view of the ceiling. And keep curving around. Showing you guys different angles. I'm trying to anyway. The mine seems in great shape. I don't see any cave-ins, and there's no rubble on the floor or anything, and it's clean. It's in really, really good shape. You guys like those colors? This is just low enough. You have to stoop a little bit, but such a cool adit that I'm not complaining at all. It's interesting how it sort of twists and curves around. You know, some of that's just punched straight back for what seems like forever, and others sort of bend and weave around like this one is. You see, it just keeps going, wrapping around and going. Still on our track. And what do we have here? Okay, we have, looks like a winds going down there. It looks like it gets vertical, maybe down there, I can't tell yet. And of course the track goes down there. And then in front of us here, see the different pieces of mining equipment here in the timbers. And I'm going to scoot by. We'll come back and check that winds later. I'll cover the main stuff first. So, scooting by. Oh, look at those timbers. Again, they went outside, chopped a tree down, didn't process it all, just dragged it in here and stuck it in there for a timber. Same deal with these. So, that's interesting. There's rays going up there. Looks Well, I was gonna say it looks like it ends there, but I'm gonna have to go up there and check because it looks like there might be more to it. So I'll head up there in a minute and see more timbers. So they stoked it out a little bit here. So they must have found something promising here. And then continuing ahead, that I'm sure, that space back there I'm sure drops down to that wind. And mine keeps going, though we lost the track. Got a bucket, and I recognize those Union Carbide containers. Empty, no surprise. And yeah, it keeps going. Wow, it really keeps going. I thought it might terminate back, just around the corner, but we're still going. The rock's changed. It's a lot more rough now. I'm not sure how much of that you guys can pick up watching at home, but the rock has changed rather dramatically. And we're still going. Interesting, these almost like frosting on the wall. Okay, it's looking a bit rough up here. Little pocket cleared out there. More of the frosting. A little pocket cleared out. Oh man, I really thought we were going to end. I really thought that was the end, but we're still going. How cool. There must be a fault here. You guys see how there's that flat face right there, and then this side's all rough. Usually, you can find mines in that type of position, between the fault and the regular rock, because tectonic forces would force all kinds of interesting minerals and things up through the cracks there, which miners seek. Oh my gosh, it's still going. I really think, I keep thinking it's going to end, and we just keep going. How exciting. This has been an amazing mine. I mean, with the ore carts, and then how extensive this is proving to be. Yeah, like I said, it's a little rough. It was rougher where that track stopped. Maybe it's older. These could be older workings, I wonder. And okay, now that looks like it really does stop up there. I don't know if it's a collapse or what. We'll see in a moment. Yeah, this section looks like it may have collapsed down from along the top of the adit there. A little rough in here, so please bear with the shaky camera work. Yeah, this is definitely more rough in here. However, it looks like the adit may keep going back there. I have to squeeze in there and check. This is really rough, guys, so I'm going to turn the camera off to squeeze up there, and then I'll rejoin you up there. Okay, guys, picking up where I left off. I was down there when I turned the camera off, and then now I'm up on this pile of rubble, and swing around this way, you can see the end of the mine right there. Really interesting mineralization back here. It's extremely crumbly, which makes me a little uncomfortable. You know, there's a reason all this rubble is here. But check out, let me get closer. Check out these minerals. And I don't know if you can see how sparkly that is, but that is just, looks just like glitter. Exactly like glitter. All down here, and then it's got that weird, maybe I'll make it closer, hold on. So I really hope somebody in the audience can identify this, because I'm really curious what this mineral is. It's just like mud. It's super, it is mud, essentially. It's super soft. You see the impressions my fingernails leaving in there? It's just like mud. And then there's like a little string of quartz right there. Alright, for those of you that don't care about the rocks. Oh, I just noticed some miners graffiti in there. You guys see that? It says Brand. I don't know if that's meant to say Brandon or Brandon, or, you know, two different names, or Brandon ran out of room to write his name, or what. But there you go, Brandon. That's old. Well, man, I'm gonna have to squeeze down there and just make sure there's nothing else down there. And if there isn't, I will go back and rejoin you guys where that winds went down and that raise went up. So as usual, I may have spoken too soon. Back here, this mineral is just like mud. I mean, it's got no strength whatsoever, and it looks like the adit may have kept going a little ways, but as you can see, there's just this total collapse right here. And so I don't know if this is where it ended, or maybe it kept going. It's hard to say. But this mineral is extremely, it's mud. Extremely soft. And when I'm walking, I'm sinking into it. So I'm not going to hang out here because, yeah, there's not a lot holding the top of the adit up here. So I will see you guys back at that winds and that raise for real this time. Okay, we are back at that interchange where I've got the raise going up here and the wind's going down there. I think I'm going to do the raise first just because it looks a little less extensive, and I can knock that out fairly quickly. No way I'm going to be able to climb that and film, so I'm going to scramble up there. I'm going to turn the camera off and then I'll scramble up there and rejoin you there. Okay, so I'm picking up where I left off. That's where I came up from down there, and I scrambled up the rubble here. And as expected, there's nothing. It's just a little prospect they drove up. I would call it a crosscut if it was level, but I'm not sure what it's called when it branches off like that, but also goes up. But yeah, nothing up here. You just see the carve a little bit out. But you gotta check, some of the best things I've found have been when I thought something was done or wasn't, gonna go any farther, and lo and behold, there was a whole other section behind it. So I'm gonna drop down and we'll go explore that winds. Okay, so here we are at the winds. Obviously I'm not gonna be able to film as I'm scrambling down there, so again, this is where I'm going, and I will pick up again when I get down where it looks like it drops off down there. Alright, starting to get a bit steep. I'm going to keep going, don't worry, but it's starting to get steep. To my left here, there's a little pocket. If you remember when I was going down that main passage, I said, oh, I bet that connects to the winds. That's that little window where it connects. So I'm going to turn the camera off again because it's getting even more difficult to get down there. And I'll pick up when I get to that lip right there. Okay, I've got a little pocket here. How do you guys like all those? Is that cool or what? So this wind starts dropping off pretty sharply. I'm still going to go down there. I climb it like a ladder. And then here's a view back up where I came. You can see it goes up there and curves. So I'm going to go down this section like a ladder, and I will pick up again there, where it levels off. Okay, I have made it to the bottom, and as you can see, this is somewhat anticlimactic. To my left, interesting color rocks, no? To my left, there's a drift headed off. It stops right there. And looking back the way I came, it doesn't go straight up, but it goes up pretty steeply. So that's the winds that I just climbed up out of, and Chuck rolled up while I was down there and pointed out to me that this was actually a skip car, this boxy looking thing that was at the top, and I didn't recognize it for what it was, but he pointed out that you can see where the axles were, there and there. And obviously that was used to haul the ore up from the winds that just went down. Good stuff, man. I'm glad you noticed that.
Yeah, and I don't think there was another end on, you know, it was just, they do it.
Yeah, it's probably, yeah,
the,
exactly, it's
that's
probably
what the
open.
spike is for over here in the wall, probably too, for pull rope.
Ah.
Because it's, you know, it's obviously directly across.
See, it's good that you're, it's good you go along with me so I can pick up on all the things I didn't notice.